Open any acting forum, Facebook group, or listen to a green room conversation right now, and you will hear the exact same panic. AI is going to scan our faces. It's going to steal our jobs. It's going to make human actors completely obsolete. There's a lot of fear in our industry right now. And honestly, it's completely valid. But after spending the last year deep in the trenches of AI and virtual production and teaching this technology to hundreds of actors, I have a slightly different take. AI is not going to steal your acting job. And there are many reasons for this, which I will touch on in this video. But your refusal to adapt, your refusal to put in the work, that will absolutely steal your job. Or at least it'll allow other actors to steal your job. So today we need to have a very honest, slightly uncomfortable conversation about what it actually takes to survive as a creative, as an actor in this new era. Hi guys, welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Andrew. I'm an actor, an author, and a virtual filmmaker. On this channel, we break down the mindset, the tech, and the strategies you need to take absolute control of your acting and creative career. So you never have to wait for a gatekeeper to give you permission to act or to make art. If you want to join the community, hit subscribe, drop a like, and let's get into the reality of AI in acting. Let's validate the fear first. Why are we so scared of AI? Well, for hundreds of years, actors have been the most powerless people in theatre and then in film and TV. We wait for the audition. We wait for the callback. We wait for the green light. We wait for the director to yell action, and we pray the editor uses our best take. We are entirely dependent on a massive, expensive machine to get jobs and then to do our jobs. So when a new technology comes along that threatens to disrupt that machine, our immediate instinct is to panic. We assume it's just one more thing designed to cut us out of the process. But AI is a tool, just like any other tool out there. A hammer can be used to hammer in a nail, and that's good. Or it can be used to hit someone over the head. That's bad. The internet can be used for research or running a business, but it can also be used for fraud and blackmail. Name any tool or any technology, and we can find good things as well as bad things that can be done with them. Now, the truth is that if you don't find a way to use it for your benefit, then someone else will. So, what if we flip the perspective? What if, instead of seeing AI as a replacement for your performance, you saw it as the ultimate tool to showcase your performance, your real live acting abilities? You are the star, but the technology builds the world around you. Here is the universal law of being a human being. You are always trading one of two things. You are either trading your money to save time, or you're trading your time to save money. Now, as actors, we very rarely have the money. We are out there working side hustles just to pay for headshots. We don't have $1,000 lying around every time we need to pay a production company for a new demo reel scene. To show a casting director we can play a gritty detective. So if you don't have the money, you have to put in the time. You have to learn the skills. I actually had an eye-opening moment with this recently. A short while back, an actor enrolled in my Unlimited Reels online course, the one where I teach you how to film cinematic scenes from home. Well, a few days later, they emailed asking for a refund. I asked them if the tech was broken. They said no. I asked them if the tutorials were confusing. They said no, the tutorials were great. But they wanted a refund because they realized the course was actually going to require them to sit down, learn a new workflow, and put in the work to build their own scenes. Well, of course, anything you do takes a bit of effort, right? But it turns out they had wanted a magic button. But there is no magic button in this industry. There is no magic button. But the other actors who took the same course, they put their heads down, learned the process, and figured out how to direct themselves, they are the ones booking series regular roles off their demo reels or show reels right now. These are the actors who are willing to learn a new tool, bend it to their will and to their benefit, and take control of their career, rather than sitting around waiting for someone to hand it to them. And honestly, there are tens of thousands of actors out there gunning for the same limited pool of jobs. Who do you think is going to get ahead? The ones that will get ahead are those willing to step out on the ledge, put in a bit of work, use any and all technology available to them, and just make it happen. The others, they'll get left behind. And the reason AI will fundamentally not steal our jobs is this. The filmmakers that are currently making films that star AI characters are the filmmakers who have no other choice. They are the ones who've maybe written a script, have probably spent years trying to raise money to make their movie, but it hasn't happened. Now that the tech is available, they are making their movie the only way they can. But these movies were never going to get made in the first place. They are not replacing actors because the entire production would not have existed if they didn't sit down and make their AI film. And the filmmakers and directors out there who are able to raise a budget for films, well, I can guarantee you that no director grows up wanting to be a director so they can sit behind their computer. The thing that draws all of us to the film industry, actors, directors, producers, whoever, is the magic of being on a film set. It's building a world and then inhabiting that world. Directors actually want to work with actors. Filmmakers actually want to be on a real film set. As long as a production has the money to make a film, they will 99% of the time make a real film with real actors. This is why I firmly believe AI is not here to replace us, but it can be here to promote us. Look, either you use it for yourself or somebody else will use it for themselves. When you learn how to use generative tools, you stop being a passive prop waiting to be picked. You become your own set designer. You become the lighting department. You become the director, and fundamentally, you become the star. You aren't letting AI replace your acting. You are hiring AI to build a three-dimensional world around your acting, around your real-life performance. If you're willing to put in the time to learn these tools, you will have an unbelievable advantage over the thousands of actors who are just sitting in the green room complaining that the industry is changing. I've got news for you. The industry has changed. The genie is out of the bottle and there's no putting it back. The question now is whether you're going to ride the wave or let it crash over you. This mindset, putting in the work and taking control, it doesn't just apply to acting. It applies to everything we do as creatives and as actors. See, actors are storytellers, and acting is just one medium to tell stories. For me, that's why I write. I'm currently putting the finishing touches to my young adult novel, Riftcaster. And because I spent the time learning virtual production, I don't just have to write about the fantasy in my book. I can literally use virtual production to generate those environments, step inside them, and visually show my readers the world that I've built. It all feeds into the same goal. Do not wait for permission to create or to act. If you take one thing away from this video, let it be this. Be willing to put in the work that other people are avoiding. It will put you way ahead of everyone else. Be willing to use new tools that arise, because if you don't, somebody else, I guarantee you, will. The barrier to entry for making cinematic art has never been lower than it is today, which means your only excuse now is your own work ethic. If you're the kind of actor who is ready to put in the time, and you want to learn the exact step-by-step system that I use to shoot cinematic scenes from home, there's a link to the Unbound Actor Masterclass down in the description. And if you want to see how I'm building the world of Riftcaster, you can download the first 5 chapters for free. Also, there's a link down in the description. Now I want to hear from you in the comments. Be honest with me. What is the one part of your acting career where you know that you've been waiting for the magic button instead of putting in the work? Let's talk about it. Keep creating. Don't let the fear paralyze you, and I'll see you in the next video.